Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Braxus Photography Fun. Well, after trying some different films in the last year or so, I shot some Delta 400 from Ilford, and I did like what I saw with that particular film. It reminded me a lot of Tri-X in the way that it builds up contrast and has that kind of high contrast look to it. So I decided to get a few rolls of Delta 100 and see if it's comparable in the quality of contrast and liking what I saw with Delta 400. So I shot a roll today of Delta 100, and unfortunately it was an overcast day, so the lighting wasn't the best, but I did get an idea what it could do under subdued lighting conditions. So I scanned everything up and got it ready to go, and from my perspective on it, it doesn't have as much contrast as Delta 400 from what I could see. Some particular shots had a very flat look to it in terms of the midtones. There wasn't a lot of gray values in the shots, and just not a lot of differentiation between tones. So looking at some other pictures, those were a lot better. So it's a very mixed kind of film, depending on the lighting, I'm assuming. But some shots look great. They had quite a bit of contrast. There was more midtones in them and differentiation between tones. So I'm gonna have to shoot some more rolls of Delta 100 and see if I like it more compared to this first roll that I took today. So anyway, let's take a look at the pictures and see what you think. hope you enjoyed those results from Delta 100 that I had shot today here in October 2021. If they were scanned up on my V850 flatbed scanner, and just still learning how to use that scanner at this time. And it was shot on my Pentax 645N, which is a very stable camera of mine. I've used it for quite a few years now, and I can tell what kind of results it gives. So very good results from that. I got 16 shots on the roll, and they all turned out fine. I developed it in X-Style straight in 8 minutes of developing time, and it turned out fine. There was lots of good dense tones in the negative, and it looks fairly good, so it was good for scanning. And even though I didn't particularly care for Delta 100 too much, because it just seemed a little bit flat to me and the contrast wasn't so much as Delta 400, I tend to like a bit contrastier films, of course, and Delta 400 looks great to me. Reminds me of Tri-X, as I was saying. But Delta 100, it is a lot like T-Max 100, and I never really cared a whole lot for T-Max 100 either. But I'm willing to basically give Delta 100 another try recently this year. So I was able to get a used box of Delta 100 in 8x10 format, and that'll be the first film that I use getting back into 8x10 film. And as you can see here, you know, I managed to pick up a used box off eBay. It had like 13 sheets left in it. Price was fairly decent for 8x10 film. Granted, it is quite a few years old at this point, but I believe the seller kept it, you know, in decent storage conditions. Not in a freezer or a fridge, I believe, but I believe he kept it in cool enough conditions, and he said the film was fine when he tested it recently. So yeah, I'll be trying Delta 100 back in 8x10. It'll be my first foray back into 8x10 format, of course. I'll be using that film, and then of course I'll have other films for 8x10 as well later on. But the price was right on getting the box of Delta 100 in 8x10, and of course I wanted to jump on it just so I could have something to use when I finally get my Intrepid 8x10 camera in my possession. So there is that. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you again next time. If you care to like, share, and subscribe to this video, please do, and we'll see you next time. Well, thank you for watching, and aye and goodbye, eh?